Welcome to the YouTube video. I want to talk about the Trump versus Biden debate that happened, was it Thursday? Thursday. If you watched the debate, it was a debate between Trump and Biden. Who's going to take office? See, there's going to be a lot of talks and stuff for who can get office. I'm going to break that down between Trump and Biden. See, if Donald Trump gets to office, I say the borders can be closed. A lot of good stuff's going to happen. He won't. Maybe he'll beat the charges that he has 34 counts of felony charges. But see, he might win. If you let Joe Biden in office, see, this is what happens when Joe Biden takes office. When Joe Biden takes office, first off, before I get to Joe Biden, let's talk about what is a presidency and what is a campaign for president. So a campaign is when a nominee from Democratic or Republican go out and get supporters and campaign for office. Whether it's a 4-year term, a 2-year term, an 8-year term, it's a governor's office, a mayor's office, any political office, they have a campaign. They go out to community states, either states they win in or states they don't win. Then, in November, you have the office where you have the votes. Electoral votes. And it doesn't stop if you get the most votes. It goes to Electoral College up in Massachusetts, and they determine if you get office or not. See, now I'm gonna go back to the Biden. If Joe Biden gets office, it's two 80-year-old men taking office. I think the guy should be in charge, and I may be wrong. It's Donald Trump. But the guy who is mainly in charge of office is God. This is God's office. Why I say that? Because God rules the world. God brought us nature. But if Joe Biden gets office, we will be facing a lot of inflation, a lot of wars, a lot of crazy stuff. But if Donald Trump gets office, the world might look much different. Now, the racism, he's got to stop all that racism. That's what I want to see out of Donald Trump. He will win office. He got to stop the racist stuff. That's the only way he will win office. And there's some other ways too. Bring down gas prices, Donald Trump. If you take office, Trump, if you see this, or if you see this video, bring down gas prices. That's where I like to see Donald Trump. Just bring down gas prices, so our cities don't look worse. Our economy can get bad. We don't want to be like Detroit, where they had the 1964 riots and then they had the economy crash in 2019. We don't want to look like Detroit. We don't want to look like a hood city where all the violence is going to play. Trump, if you want office, please get those done. Allow women to have babies under the abortion law. Allow women to have babies. Don't let those idiots take the babies from women. Women should have babies, and women should have rights to vote. And we should have the First Amendment and our amendments that they did up in Philadelphia back in the 1700s. They gave us a right to vote, a right to free speech. That's what I like to see in office. From any president, governor, anything. Trump, I know it's in you. He could win. But see, Joe Biden, he can kind of win too. See, Joe Biden, he like to play, I call it the Joe Biden game. Well, he will go out there and get all his supporters, he will win. But does he really win? That's what I like to say. Does he really win or does he really lose? See, I don't know. I'm not the president. So I'm not in office. But I will be taking office. And this is why I'm getting topic. If I'm going to be president. If I was the president of the United States, let's say I had to pick out of Joe Biden or Donald Trump, who would have been my vice president. I would pick the guy that's been in office more experience. So Joe Biden would have been a great candidate because he was in office with the Barack Obama was president of the United States. So I would have won it. I would have had Joe Biden in office. But see, I wouldn't do all this inflation. Inflation, gas prices would be down to $1.30. Our economy would be looking better. I would visit the border, have a talk with the border's chief. I would talk to Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, if I had to go, and tell him don't merge those buses. Or actually, don't be sneaky like he did and put all the buses to Massachusetts to Martha's Vineyard. Or if I would have sat down with Texas Governor Greg Abbott and talked to him about the many issues in Texas